Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
From Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University, this is Ouachita Tiger basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Good evening, everybody. This is Chris Babb, joined by Grant Johnson for the first home game of the 2026 calendar year. The students are back on campus. The regular weekly rhythm is kind of starting back up, and this is going to be a fun night of basketball, a fun weekend of basketball between three really good teams, four with Henderson. Is Ouachita tops in the conference at 8-0. Southern Nazarene and Oklahoma Baptist at 6-2. Oklahoma Baptist, Ouachita tonight. This is setting up to be a really exciting game.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and it's completely two different play styles. I mean, if you look on paper, you've got number one team in defense in the GAC and country at the Division II level with Ouachita Baptist, and then the number one team scoring-wise, Oklahoma Baptist. So completely two different play styles as well on the offensive side, how Ouachita likes to play real fast, and Oklahoma Baptist more of a half-court set sort of offensive style. So, yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I mean, can't get better than this, too. The top teams in the GAC facing off right here at Bill Vining Arena.
It'll be a fun Thursday night. We're glad you're with us on the Capital Technology Group pregame show. We've got a lot for you. We'll break these two teams down a little bit more. Grant and I will talk about some of the team comparisons and team stats, but not before we hear from Coach Dennis Nutt first in the Coach's Corner. Welcome back to the Capital Technology Group pregame show. Chris Babb with Ouachita men's head coach Dennis Nutt, and you're in the Coach's Corner. The Tigers starting the second semester, or second half of the season, I guess not actually half, 3-0, 3 road wins, and they come back to Bill Vining Arena this weekend tonight with a game against Oklahoma Baptist, Saturday against Southern Nazarene. Coach, it's been a while since we've had a home game, about a month. You go through that Christmas break. In past years, you kind of have a warm-up game to get the Christmas break rushed off. Here, you go straight into conference play with an undefeated record and 3 on the road, and you come out of that with 3 wins. That had to be pleasing for you as a coach to see how your guys responded to that situation.
Yeah, it really was. Getting back from the break, you never know how that break treats everyone. Yeah. It was a short break for us this year. We had such a late game on the 20th of December, so it wasn't a whole lot of time for those guys to be at the house. But I thought they all came back with great spirits and ready to get back to work. And again, we had a tough road test, 3 games in a row. But I'll tell you what, I was proud of our guys, and defensively that kind of held on. 2 close games. The 6-point win at Arkansas Tech. You had a 15-point win at Northwestern, and then a close win on the road, 61-56 at Southwestern Oklahoma. In the Tech and Southwestern Oklahoma games, they were both games that you had a lead, and then down the stretch, it was anybody's ball game, but your guys were able to make the plays needed to get the victory. And so that kind of, to me, shows the maturity of a group and not panicking when you get in that moment. Still finding a way to get it done. I think our guys, they have confidence in each other, and they're figuring out ways to make plays at the end, whether it be offensive end or defensively. Right. Crew had a couple great steals there at Tech to kind of seal that win, and also had a big time play at Southwest to finish that one off. But you're right. We had some times in there where we had some turnovers and kind of allowed those teams to stay in it. So we got to kind of keep maturing on that, keep learning from that. But, you still get a win, that's a positive, and you just got to learn from it. Take a look at some of the individual numbers last weekend. Thursday at Northwestern Oklahoma State, Devin Hancock, 21 points. Jackson Conley went for 18 and 8. PJ was 17. Christian Park, 9 rebounds and 5 blocks. Saturday at Southwestern, Devin with 23. Jackson with 14. Christian has 14 rebounds. Christian, another GAC Defensive Player of the Week, and that's where I want to go to is on the defense. Obviously, that's been the name of the game this season. The Tigers, going into the break, you're in that top 5 in the nation in defense, and then coming out of last week's games, leading the nation in defense. And defense takes all 5 on the floor.
and subs. So it takes the entire team. Right. And so it seems like the defensive side of the ball may be something that these guys kind of hang their hat on, kind of take some pride in, and it's kind of become their calling card over the course of the season.
Yeah, early on we had one bad scrimmage defensively, and we really sat down and kind of talked to the guys about what we could do. And, you know, we had some good defenders, PJ, Crew, Gavin, those guys have always been pretty good defenders, but now you add some pretty good pieces, you know, Chris Parks and Jaden Webb behind it. Jackson is just such an energy guy out there. So you got some guys that really bought in, and now they understand that can carry you. You know, even when you don't have your best night offensively, that defense can really help you through it.
And being 8-0 in the conference, it's a good start. It really doesn't mean anything, though. And so 12-2, 8-0, 3 teams in the conference that are getting some national recognition. Southern Nazarene ranked, Oklahoma Baptist and the Tigers both receiving votes. And so this is a big week of games starting tonight with Oklahoma Baptist. Have you noticed your guys taking pride in the fact that, hey, we're 8-0, we have home court to protect, and it starts tonight against Oklahoma Baptist?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been at the house, but I think they understand the importance. And you're right, this is kind of the meat of the schedule right here. Some really good teams coming in, but luckily you have them here at the house in Vining Arena, so we're excited about that. It's been such a long time since we played here, so hopefully we can get the students back in here, get them excited again. But I think the guys will be ready for the challenge.
Let's move to Oklahoma Baptist, 12-2 also, 6-2 in the conference, defeated Harding and Arkansas Tech last week. If you look at storylines in games, this is a contrast in styles. Your team is tops in the conference and the nation in defense. Oklahoma Baptist comes in tops in the conference in scoring offense, 82 points per game. What has been success? What are the reasons Oklahoma Baptist has been successful offensively that you've seen?
Well, they got good balance, but they got an elite player in Terry Conaway Jr. He's really good, left-handed guard, that first team All-League last year, so we know all about him. And got some other guys that pretty good supporting cast, and Coach Aker does a good job. They run a lot of sets, and they'll put you through a lot of different situations. So you just got to stick with your principles. Our guys, we showed them a lot this week, but you can't cover their scouting report. It's so many plays. So you just kind of stick with the principle. There's 5 of them and 5 of us, and there's 1 basketball. So just take care of that and stay with what we've been doing well, and hopefully it'll be enough.
Connor, the GAC Offensive Player of the Week. 58 points last week, averaged 29, had averaged 29 points in those games. But in talking, it doesn't seem that he is one that requires the ball. It kind of comes to him, and so that can probably be more of a challenge defensively if someone scores that much in chunks but is not trying to make it happen. He lets it come to him.
Yeah, he does. He's got a pretty good pace to his game. He doesn't have to have it in his hands all the time, but the ball seems to find him. And they do a good job of finding him, especially late clock or game-winning situations. So he's a handful. You know, he shoots it well enough and also gets to the free throw line. So that's why he averages a lot of points. So we'll have to do a good job, keep our hands off of him, and make him earn it.
Each coach when you say what are the keys to the game, obviously you got to take care of the ball, the rebounding battle, shoot well, defend. Against Oklahoma Baptist, is there anything in particular that you think your team is going to have to do outside of those normal things?
Yeah. Well, we have to protect the basketball. I think on the road, I thought we're a little bit lapsed in our judgment with the ball. We too many turnovers for us. Our defense has been good. That's kind of been helping us with those situations. But as you get these top teams coming in here, you have to be able to protect the basketball. So that's going to be important for us. We've been harping on it all week, so hopefully it'll pay off.
All right, Coach Dennis Nuts, thanks for taking time out to join us. Tigers and the Bison here in a few minutes. Thanks for coming into us in the Coach's Corner.
See the clock, almost 5.5 minutes left till tip-off of this big Great American Conference matchup between the Ouachita Tigers and the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Chris Babb, Grant Johnson here. Grant, when you take a look at the Great American Conference standings, the Tigers sit atop those Great American Conference standings at 8-0, 6-0 for Oklahoma Baptist and Southern Nazarene. And so when you look at it's just almost midway through the conference standings. This game is not going to make you win the conference championship, and it's not going to keep you from winning it. But if you can keep piling wins together and keep piling wins back where they won 8 straight, that helps you as you get later in the season.
Yeah, it definitely does, and I think as a momentum side of thing as well, I mean, if you're just rolling and you keep rolling and you get all the way to the tournament and you're still hot, I mean, that can help a lot. I think getting hot at the right time is one of the biggest things I'd say in sports in general, getting hot toward the end of the tournament. And so like you said, I mean, all in all, it doesn't necessarily make or break your season right now, but I think it does mean a lot, especially whenever you face this team the second time, kind of get a better grasp on what you're going to face, and it's always better to have a leg up, have a win against them already.
Let's take a look at elsewhere around the Great American Conference tonight. Across the street, Henderson State is hosting Southern Nazarene. They will be, those two teams will basically flip-flop Saturday, and Southern Nazarene will be over here. Southeastern Oklahoma State at Harding, East Central at Arkansas Tech, Northwestern Oklahoma State at Arkansas Monticello, and Southwestern Oklahoma State at Southern Arkansas. Those games all tonight. Let's take a look at these two teams, the teams matching up. And you mentioned that it is a contrast of styles. The Great American Conference and leading defenders in the Ouachita Tigers against the high-scoring Oklahoma Baptist with Terry Connor Jr.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I mean, like I said earlier, you got the number one team in Division II with Ouachita, and then the number one team on offense in the Great American Conference with Oak Bab. And then also, like I said earlier, just how they play. I mean, you got the number one team in the GAC with fast break points at 17.5 with Ouachita. And then, like I said earlier, Oklahoma Baptist just liking to slow things down. They like to play kind of half-court sets. Don't necessarily rely on defense completely like Ouachita does, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Kind of just two opposites battling it out tonight.
The Bison had a 7-game win streak to start the season. Ouachita currently on an 8-game winning streak. Who are the guys that lead these teams? Well, for Oklahoma Baptist, it's Terry Connor Jr. Terry Connor Jr., the offensive player of the week in the Great American Conference, averaged 29 points a game, scored 58 points last week against Harding and Arkansas Tech. He leads the scoring for Oklahoma Baptist. For Ouachita, Devin Hancock leads the way in scoring. Ouachita has gotten contribution also defensively from Christian Parks. He was the Great American Conference Defensive Player of the Week. It is truly an offense versus defense game tonight. Offense of Oklahoma Baptist, the defense of Ouachita. Whichever one is able to control the narrative in this game and control the flow is going to most likely be the winner. I say that, and we could have some weird thing. That's what's great about sports, but it does set up like that.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think you got to give Jackson Conley a little bit of credit as well. He's first in GAC with steals per game at 3, and he's a big part of it. I mean, like you said, Christian Parks being a big part of that defensive side. I mean, can't do without Jackson Conley, forcing bad shots, bad takes, and then also getting all those steals like he does so well, and just the energy that he plays with as well. Just being a freshman from Springdale, Arkansas, had 14 points in his last outing. So, I mean, he's also a big contributing factor for this Ouachita team.
We are just a couple of minutes away from the starting lineups. We'll take one final break, and when we come back, we'll have tip-off. And the starting lineup, then the tip-off, that'd be awkward, of this one between the Bison and the Tigers from Bill Vining Arena. We'll be back after this timeout.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Just about ready for the starting lineups tonight for these two teams, Oklahoma Baptist in the green, Ouachita in the white. Now, we will tell you, the first few minutes of this might be a little bit awkward, other than the fact that you got to listen to Grant and me. This is the Release the Roar night, and so the goal is for the students to be quiet and the crowd to be quiet until Ouachita scores its 7th point. And so if that is the case, then Grant, myself, Todd Miller, our friend from Oklahoma Baptist, and his color analyst might be the only people heard. We'll see how that goes. Let's turn it over to Casey Modal for the starting lineups.
Contest featuring the Bison of Oklahoma Baptist University against your Ouachita Tigers. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Oklahoma Baptist Bison. Freshman guard from Pinson, Alabama, number 0, Austin Connor. Junior guard from Millington, Tennessee, number 2, Seth Granberry. Junior guard from Birmingham, Alabama, number 3, Terry Connor Jr. Senior forward from Atlanta, Georgia, number 21, Jackson Green. And senior forward from Georgetown, Texas, number 23, Jose Waring. The head coach of the Oklahoma Baptist Bison is Jason Eaker. The assistant coach is MJ Smith. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Freshman guard from Springdale, Arkansas, number 4, Jackson Conley. Sophomore guard from Fort Worth, Texas, number 12, Crew Flowers. Junior forward from Meridian, Mississippi, number 1, Christian Parks. Senior guard from Houston, Texas, number 2, P.J. Neal. And graduate guard from Dallas, Texas, number 0, Devon Hancock. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coaches are Levin Thornton and Rashard Strickfield. Tonight's officials are Robert Burris, Justin Brewer, and Blake Thomas.
There you have the starting lineups. We are about ready to go for Great American Conference basketball action. The crew chief, Robert Burris, ready to go with his opening tip as the Tigers and the Bison are set to square off here at Bill Vining Arena. Grant, this should be a fun one. I can't overstate it. The name of the game is the contrasting styles, the defense of Ouachita against the offense of Oklahoma Baptist, and Terry Connor Jr. Averaging 19.9 points per game. This is going to be a fun one. Christian Parks and Jackson Green set to jump center. Parks controls it almost too much. P.J. Neal was able to control that one with some nice footwork. And we are underway on Release the Roar night, as if Ouachita scores, it's probably not going to get as loud the first couple of baskets as it will when they score the 7th.
Surprised they didn't let Eric Madrid, the 7-2 forward, come jump ball.
Devin Hancock, top of the key. No good. The rebound is to Jose Waring. Austin Connor, Terry Connor Jr., both played together for a while. Connor is fouled, say, before the shot. That foul is going to be on Crew Flowers. They said that was on the floor, and so Oklahoma Baptist will trigger the inbounds pass from under its basket. This is Waring. Austin Connor, Terry Connor Jr., Jackson Green, Jose Waring, and Seth Granberry, the starters. Granberry with the ball, transfer from UAM. Austin Connor, the 3, just barely gets to the front of the rim. Ouachita on the move. P.J. Neal draws a foul. They'll say that one was on the floor.
With this Ouachita defense, it might be a while before they get to 7 points, and we're not the only ones talking in this building.
Steal by Terry Connor Jr., but I don't believe, let's see if they keep the shot clock at 15. They will. Connor caught that one with his foot on the sideline. So the Tigers will have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Devin Hancock, jumper no good. Parks with an offensive rebound, ripped away by Terry Connor Jr. Skip pass to Green. Knocked away, up ahead from Hancock to Crew Flowers. Crew Flowers' shot is blocked, but he is going to the free throw line. We're going to call that one on Green, and that's no, it's the first foul on Green. I had my numbers wrong. So Crew Flowers to the free throw line for the Tigers.
And that's where
76.7% free throw shooter on the season.
That's where Ouachita can be deadly right there on that fast break. That's what they like to do. Speed the game up, make Oak Bab play out of their game as far as offensive and defensively.
Flowers 2 for 2 from the line. First point of the game. A little eerie quietness after those 2 free throws. It's released the roar night, so when Ouachita hits the 7th point, probably get a little bit louder in here. Terry Connor Jr., the lefty from 3, no good. Devin Hancock with the rebound. This is a Ouachita team that is the tops in the nation in Division II in defense. Foul on Seth Granberry. And that will send Devin Hancock to the free throw line. Hancock, the team's leading scorer at 17 points per game. 84.6 free throw shooter on the season. Knocks it down. The cheerleaders, just you can kind of see them there on your screen. They do their hand motions, but most of the time they go Tigers, yell. And so they thought it was kind of weird last time when they just had to move the hand motions but not say anything. 2 for 2. Yep, there they win again. Eric Madrid is in the game, the 7'2" sophomore center from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Backdoor cut. Connor Jr. kicks out. Jackson Green, the lefty for 3, off, no good. Neal runs. Crew Flowers for 3. Good for Crew Flowers. And that is the 7th point. And that gets the crowd on its feet.
It's a great way to set the building off right there with a big three-pointer there from Flowers.
Austin Connor shot no good. PJ Neal on the run. Kick out, Crew for 3, no good.
I think it might have been louder the second time if he made that one.
If that had gone, it was going to get really loud in here. Tigers lead by a touchdown and an extra point. Terry Connor Jr. gets by Flowers. A foul is going to be called, and Terry Connor Jr. is going to the free throw line. That foul is on Jackson Conley, the 6'4", 205-pound freshman from Springdale, Arkansas.
Conley is a guy who tends to play pretty aggressive. He picked up 3 fouls in his last appearance, but that's what makes him get so many steals as well.
Terry Connor Jr., the lefty, gets the first point of the night. Connor is now 80 of 110. 80 of 110 from the free throw line on the season. Came into the game 72.5%. Subs into the game for the Bison. Joshua Udomo. Udomo is a 6'4", 170-pound senior guard from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Kristen Hodge, a 6'5", 205-pound freshman forward from Houston, Texas. Also in for Oklahoma Baptist. Parks stepped on the baseline, and the ball will go over to the Bison. Parks, Christian Parks, stands 6'7", listed at 6'7". He's not, yes, all of you junior high children start waving your hands. He's listed at 6'7". Not very many nights as a three-pointer up from Granberry is no good. Parks goes high for the rebound. He's not overshadowed by many players. Madrid listed at 7-2.
That's got to be tough offensively to get it inside.
Jackson Conley's going to go right at him. Layup good for Jackson Conley. Conley's first basket.
Guess it's pretty easy for Conley.
Connor, nice body control, can't get it to go. Devin Hancock tipped it to Conley. Conley, spin move, stolen away. That's off of the foot of Conley.
Yeah, I agreed with you. I thought it was off Conley as well.
Timeout, we'll take it. The Tigers got off to a 9-2 lead. Oklahoma Baptist has not made a field goal yet, and we'll be back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
$15:28 remaining in the first half of play here in Great American Conference action from Bill Vining Arena. Season dedicated to the memory of longtime Ouachita head basketball coach Bill Vining and athletic director. Passed away this summer. And the team has BV patches on their left shoulder in honor of Coach Vining. Coach Vining, a staple in this Ouachita basketball program going all the way back. The next time you're in Bill Vining Arena, you need to go outside and see the display that is dedicated to the life and legacy of Coach Vining, not just at Ouachita and the AIC and the old NAI, but also in USA basketball as well. Fascinating basketball life, just a great man, a great representative of Ouachita for many years, and that's why the Tigers have the BV patch on the left shoulder. Gavin Snyder has checked into the game for Ouachita. Snyder, a 5'11 junior guard from Little Rock. Parks operates on Madrid. Shot up, no good. Got his own, and then Madrid, loose ball into the hands of Hancock. Loose ball now stolen from by Hancock into Udomo. Udomo cut off by Jackson Conley. I asked Todd Miller, the voice of the Bison, and make sure I was saying Eric's last name right, Madrid and Madrid. He said it's Madrid. He said, or you can just call him Big E. Seth Granberry uses the screen for Big E and pulls up for a jumper. The first field goal of the game for Oklahoma Baptist. They missed their first 6.
Big is a generous word. I'm going to say huge.
He can move a little bit too. He comes out and hedges on P.J. Neal. Conley, corner 3, good from Jackson Conley. Conley gives the Tigers an 8-point lead. He has 5. Skip pass. Three-pointer is good. That's the first one of the night. For Oklahoma Baptist, it comes from Joshua Udomo.
He's the second leading scorer for Oklahoma Baptist at 14.4 points per game. I'd say if Conley's not on, he's the guy that they kind of rely on for sure.
Gavin Wallace will try a three-pointer, no good. Madrid with the rebound, stolen away by Parks. Nice hustle by Parks. Hancock, boy, I thought he got hugged around the waist by Connor, but they're letting him play tonight. It's Jason Aker. Tells Connor to pull it out. Double screen set up top, and Madrid comes for another one. Under 10 on the shot clock. Udomo dishes off to Madrid. Wasn't ready for it. Stolen away. Tigers have some numbers. That's a foul on Granberry as he snuck in to steal the ball from Devin Hancock. Got too much body. Granberry didn't think he did, and Coach Jason Aker is going to work that official. They're going to take time to, he's going to work Justin Brewer. Coach Aker will work an official now. Subs into the game for Ouachita. Trey Smith, a 6'6", 190-pound junior forward from Jackson, Mississippi. Ryder McConnell, a 6'3", 190-pound junior guard from Sterling, Colorado, transfer from Northeastern Junior College. A couple of subs also into the game for the Bison. The latest one, Nick Bearden, a 6'3", 180-pound freshman guard from St. Petersburg, Florida. An East Coast flair for this, or Southeastern United States flair from this Bison team. Steal. And another one. Hancock cut off, pulls it out. Quick pace to this game, Grant, but very similar to what we saw in the first of the women's game. Quick pace, just not a lot of converting on offense.
Yeah, and I'd say that favors Ouachita for sure. They can keep it going.
Trey Smith stepped on the baseline.
See Oklahoma Baptist on offense likes to set a ton of screens, which relies on a lot of talking on the defensive side.
Jaden Webb into the game for Ouachita, 6'10", 220-pound junior forward from Memphis. Udomo hangs in the air, no good. Trey Smith with the board. Devin Hancock, the only starter left on the floor for Ouachita. Ryder McConnell, corner three, no good. Austin Connor with the rebound and quickly pushes. No number, so he's going to have to pull it back out.
Haven't had a bucket in over 2 minutes for both teams.
Yeah. 3 turnovers for Oklahoma Baptist in the last 2.5 minutes of play as well. Andre Johnson Jr. into the game for the Bison. Offensive rebound and a putback is no good, but a foul is called on Ouachita's Trey Smith. 12-7, it's a backyard brawl. It's going to be a physical game, and so the Tigers need to be ready for it, as will the Bison. Media timeout, we'll take it. Tigers lead by 5. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena. Chris Babb, Grant Johnson, bring Jordan Green in a little bit. The Tigers lead by 5. Tigers struggling from the field, 2 for 6. I'd like to thank all of our students who are working this broadcast, led by Gavin Wallace, who, despite what I said, did not shoot a three-pointer. The result would have been the same if it had been him.
I think it would have been worse.
Yeah,
wouldn't even touch the rim.
No.
Sorry, Gavin.
Gavin Snyder, my apologies. I thought I just said Gavin. Gavin Wallace had talked to us in the headset and said, no, I'm not trying a three. It's like, what is he talking about? Then during the break, Grant mentioned that I said Gavin Wallace with the three. Same result, but I agree with you. Out of the break, we go to the free throw line. Crew Flowers will check in after the – couldn't come in, but he checked in too late after the ready for play horn. Jackson Green to the free throw line. 77.2% free throw shooter on the season. Another lefty. Seen lots of lefties tonight between the women's game and the men's game.
Yeah, a little bit different. Sure, we'll take it.
Crew Flowers checks in, replacing Hancock, who gets his first breather. Played the first 8.5 minutes. Jackson Green with the basket. The free throw, 2 of 2 from the line. 3-point ball game. Nice hedge and help by Jackson Green. Seven on the shot clock. Here comes the double team and the help. Trey Smith goes all the way in, layup good. He found a seam. Coach Akers not going to be happy with that. You defend well for everything until the last 4 seconds of the possession.
Yeah, and good ball movement, and I'd say that kind of helped with Jaden Webb clearing it out for him.
There's a nice backdoor cut from Joshua Udomo. Give the assist to Jose Waring. Waring at the, not quite the high post, he was at mid post and was able to catch the Ouachita defender. Gavin Snyder for 3, no good. Almost got his own rebound, but Udomo is there to clear it. Connor pushes. He can pull up in transition. He goes to the basket, blocked by McConnell. McConnell doesn't have numbers. He pulls it out to Trey Smith. Crew Flowers can't get it to go. Foul is called, and a blocking foul is called on Oklahoma Baptist. And Jaden Webb will go to the free throw line. When you hear a whistle like that, or you hear the whistle on a play like that, it's like both coaches are ready to hear the call, and the one who doesn't go the hand of is going to be upset, and this time it was Oklahoma Baptist. Webb to the free throw line. Misses the first. Jaden Webb averaging 9.5 minutes a game, 2.6 points. Webb, a junior transfer from Memphis, played at high school at Tennessee Prep, and then transfer from Morehead State.
Does a great job of filling in for Christian Parks. Parks normally the starter for Ouachita, but Webb does a great job kind of being that sixth man off the bench.
Gets the second one to go. High screen. Udomo fouled on the penetration. That is whistled on Ryder McConnell. Fourth foul called on Ouachita. Oklahoma Baptist has been whistled for 5. Ouachita got caught on the backside. Shot up no good, but a late whistle. And that foul is on Jaden Webb. Jackson Green, first free throw is good. We mentioned earlier, this is a good free throw shooting team. Green goes 1 for 2. Both of these around the middle of the conference. Green has the second best and actually the best free throw percentage on the team, just under 80. A lot of screen set by Ouachita, and you see a lot of high help and hedging from the Oklahoma Baptist defenders. Crew Flowers got loose.
Oklahoma Baptist not really known for their defense, but man, they've been playing very well in tonight's matchup.
Shot clock violation. Coach Nutt and Coach Thornton wanted that it hit the rim. It didn't get close. I think the angle looked like it did, but it was a blocked shot.
Yeah.
So Oklahoma Baptist has a chance to tie it on this 3 from Connor, and that is a tough 3 from the lefty. Terry Connor Jr. averaging just under 20 points per game. That is his first basket of the night. And it comes with 9 minutes to play, just under the 9-minute mark, and ties the game at 15.
It's a guy you don't want to let get hot for sure.
The officials are going to have to talk about it. One of them is asking, you didn't have a foul, so it's going to be a traveling violation.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that was probably the right call. Subs into the game for Wichita: P.J. Neal, Christian Parks, Jackson Conley, and Devin Hancock. Back into the game for the Tigers. They find a way to get Connor open. He misses the wide open point blank three. Oh, he kicked the ball. Yeah, that's going to be a kick ball on Oklahoma Baptist. Madrid can set a screen now. That was a tremendous screen on Conley. Conley just couldn't get around it. That was probably the most wide open look that Connor's going to have all night.
Yeah, he just made a tough one right before that. That's a guy that you don't want to let just keep having wide open opportunities.
Not at all. That's the look that Oklahoma Baptist wanted. A Terry Connor open look from three is exactly what they wanted.
I think they got the look with Parks, yeah.
Parks, high screen on Connor, three on the shot clock. P.J. Neal floats. Crew Flowers gets the rebound and the putback at the shot clock buzzer. He flew in from the backside. You got to block out. Crew Flowers found a lane and put the putback in.
And Flowers knew the shot clock there. He knew that P.J. Neal was going to have to force a shot. Came right in on that back end. Wow, what a block.
Madrid gets the rebound and puts it back in.
And what a finish, too.
Boy, they're letting them play. Christian Parks will step out for three. That's off to the right. The rebound, Oklahoma Baptist has a chance to take its first lead of the game. Connor works on P.J. Neal.
It's good defense.
6:39 remaining. Tie game at 17. We'll be back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
There you get a good look at the Tiger huddle. 17-17 here. 6:39 remaining in the first half. Chris Babb, Grant Johnson, joined by Jordan Green on the table. Guys, this has been a frantic, physical first half, Jordan, but offensively, neither team can really get in the flow. Ouachita was close a few minutes ago, but hadn't been able to sustain it.
Yeah, I mean, trends that I've noticed, especially with Oklahoma Baptist, they started running really a trap on those screens to prevent mismatches from happening unless, you know, Madrid is getting up there and he can't guard a point guard, you know, with him being 7'2". So what they're doing is that they're not hedging. They're playing those screens aggressively, and they're switching on them.
Yep.
So that's the main trend that I see. They are letting them play. I've seen a lot of hands-on and a lot of missed calls, but we're not going to talk about those.
That's
but
right. They are, and if it's consistent throughout the game, then it's not a missed call. They just let them play. But tie ball game, 6:35. Oklahoma Baptist, as we mentioned, has a chance to take its first lead of the game. Austin Connor left open for three. That's short. Udomo gets the rebound. Looking inside for Madrid. Here's the backside help, stolen away by Conley. Across court to Devin Hancock. Get the layup to go. My goodness.
What a physical finish at the rim.
And it all started with Conley on that backside.
Coach Nutt talking to Robert Burris, and he said, that's a foul. It was no whistle. They are letting them play. Connor, nice ball handling. Madrid gets the rebound, put back, no good. Playing volleyball up by the rim, and Udomo gets that one to roll around and drop through.
With the score being so low in the first half, I see that this is a very impressive defensive performance by both teams.
Christian Parks goes all the way in. A foul is called on Eric Madrid. Madrid adds a different dimension that you don't see very often. 7'2", listed at 7'2", 371, the sophomore center from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And we saw it on the previous possession. Just playing volleyball and tipping the ball around on that previous possession.
Just keeping it high. Nobody else could get up there and get it from him.
I mean, coming off the bench, he already has 5 rebounds, and he's really doing damage in the paint.
Madrid will take a seat. He'll be replaced by Jose Waring, the 6'7", 215-pound senior forward from Georgetown, Texas. Transfer from Trevecca Nazarene. Parks can't get the first one, but Crew Flowers and Jackson Conley keep it alive, and Conley controls it. Hancock goes baseline, kick out, extra pass.
One more.
You almost wish Crew Flowers wouldn't have tried that extra pass. Neal, floater in the lane, no good. Parks with the rebound. Kick out to, wait, it hit the,
they didn't reset it.
Yeah,
they didn't reset the clock.
Yep. They didn't reset it, so it'll be the Tigers basketball.
In majority of these offensive possessions, they're doing a drive kick to the wing, kind of like, if you tuned into the women's game. They were driving and kicking to the corner, and they're driving and kicking to the wing to try and break down that man trap on the screens.
They're going to come take a look at the clock to try to see where it was, and so just going to look for the clock at where it was when that ball hit the rim. There you get a look and see what they saw. They're going to put 16 on the clock, says Robert Burris. There you get a look on the left of the officials. Would like to thank, now I will give him props here, thank Gavin Wallace for that, add a little wrinkle to the broadcast to be able to let the officials have their own monitor, and so we can see what they're looking at on the right side of that. I'll brag on him for his technology and engineering.
Not his three-point shot, though.
Or any point shot. But he would say that, too, and he has. Devin Hancock, pull-up jumper, no good. Conley had the rebound, but it's torn away. Terry Connor Jr. comes up a little bit slow. And Coach Jason Akers calling a timeout. He saw that as well to give Terry Connor Jr. a little bit of time to, now Coach Akers talking to the students. Why are you going to do that? Careful, he might tell your best player he needs to go to a different school too. 4:47, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Ouachita will be in the bonus on the next Oklahoma Baptist foul. Only 5 fouls called against Ouachita, so pretty even in the foul count. Ouachita will go to the line on the next Oklahoma Baptist foul. I think that timeout was trying to make sure Terry Connor Jr. was good. He did come up a little bit slow after that spill he took, but good to see Terry Connor Jr. jogging out of the huddle. He's good. Terry Connor Jr., Austin Connor, Eric Madrid, Kristen Hodge, and Joshua Udomo on the court for Oklahoma Baptist. Neal, Conley, Hancock, Parks, and Flowers for the Tigers. Missed time jump by Parks allows Madrid to have the tip in.
And there he is, just keeping it high off the rebound.
And I think Christian Parks probably felt like he had to jump a little bit earlier to beat him, and that's kind of the timing of that one was messed up. P.J. Neal, Hancock, he'll spot up for three, no good. Rebound Udomo, and Oklahoma Baptist will try to add to its first lead of the night. Connor pull up high off the glass. That's just tough to defend.
That was a great mid-range shot by Connor.
He can score the basketball, as they say. I don't know what else he would score on a basketball court. I've always thought that phrase was funny, but he is a scorer.
And he doesn't need a whole lot of space to do it either.
7 points for Terry Connor Jr., 3-point lead for Oklahoma Baptist. The Tigers have not been able to get anything going really offensively. Crew Flowers, spinner in the lane, turnaround floater good. The one-handed shot goes for Crew Flowers.
Great post move by Flowers, knowing that he has the advantage, getting into the mid-post there and settling for a little hook jumper.
9 points now for Flowers. Nice take. Madrid gets the offensive rebound, though, and the putback gives Madrid 6 points. 3-point lead for the Bison. Foul is going to be called off the ball. I believe that's on Kristen Hodge. Yep, it'll be Hodge, so Washita should go to the free throw line. Final media timeout of the first half. Tigers trail by 3 now. We'll be back after this timeout on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita. Washita.
.248 remaining in the first half. Washita trails by 3. Look at the rebounding numbers. Oklahoma Baptist with the edge on the glass, 19-15. Eric Madrid has 7 of those rebounds. 5 of those on the offensive end. 8 offensive rebounds for Oklahoma Baptist so far in the first half. Washita started out decently from the field. They're not shooting well. 7 of 22, 31.8%. 2 of 9 from three-point range, 22.2%.
I'd like to say Oklahoma Baptist is doing a great job of getting back on defense. I mean, they did their study report on them. They knew that's what they like to do is fast break. And, I mean, after a shot, only Madrid is pretty much the only one down there still. The rest of them are getting back on defense. And so they can't get anything going on the half-court sets. Washita can't, so.
Oklahoma Baptist 9 of 26 from the field, 34.6%. Crew Flowers at the line for the 1-and-1. He's the first Tiger in double figures.
And Crew Flowers is a big part of that win just the other night against Southeastern Oklahoma State with a big and one that pretty much sealed the deal.
2 for 2 for Flowers from the line. Back to a 1-point game. Here comes a little pressure from Washita.
They're running a 1-2-1, it seems like. It's a full court trap.
P.J. Neal with ball pressure on Austin Connor. Ball movement around the, we're going to call an offensive foul. Yeah. That foul is going to be called on Kristen Hodge. He kind of got that left chicken wing out there a little bit and kind of knocked Jackson Conley down. You'll see it here on the replay, kind of the little left elbow right there. Good shot by Cameron Boyd down on the baseline camera.
And that's kind of a rule barrier for some officials. They like to, you can always throw the chicken wing out there, but once you extend that arm, that's when they got to call it.
When you can see separation between yourself and the defender, the offensive player and the defender, most likely you're going to get that whistle. Neal, high post to Jackson Conley. There you saw some of the height of Madrid. Conley normally pulls that from 12 feet, but the reach of the 7-2 Madrid kept that from being shot, and that was a nice block shot from Joshua Udomo. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Defense has ruled the game. It's just both teams. Hancock from three, good! Devin Hancock off the inbounds from the left corner.
Like you said, both defenses are playing well, but it's really who wins the rebounding battle. And right now it's Oklahoma Baptist, and it doesn't show on the scoreboard anymore. So
that was Hancock's first three-pointer of the night. He's got 7 points. Inside to Madrid. Kind of didn't have his shoulders squared up to the basket and kind of off balance. Didn't get the roll. Hancock to Neal. High ball screen from Parks, and here's another one. P.J. Neal has to go high off the glass. No good. And that was altered by Madrid again. Conley for three, no good. Madrid with the rebound. That gives him 8 rebounds on the game.
And you see Oklahoma Baptist keeping it in on this last stretch here for the last about 3 minutes. And it's solely for that reason, to be a big man on offense, trying to get offensive rebounds, and to be a unit on defense.
Connor Jr. for three, no good. That's a good defensive possession. Oklahoma Baptist got a good look. Ouachita escaped. Hancock gets a step on the defender, but lost the ball as he was going to the basket, and so the Bison will have the ball. 34.7 remaining. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Madrid takes a seat, and Jose Waring comes back in for the last possession.
I'm sure they'll hold probably most of this clock here.
Yep, you got 4 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
Maybe not.
They were going for it. They were going to allow Ouachita to at least have another possession or look at it. Out of bounds. Still 4-second differential. Boy, Coach Aker trying to get Justin Brewer to call a foul. Coach Nutt calls a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. The Domino's halftime report. We'll take a look at the first half statistics. Try to see if we can get an interview with a former Tiger who's in attendance tonight.
What, Bolden? Is that who you're trying to get
trying to get Mitchell Bolden.
Yeah.
My classmates. OKVU will try to get the final shot of the half to take a tie or take the lead. Ouachita looks like they've gone to the zone out of the inbound. Let's see if they stay in it or go back to man out of the entry pass. Back to man after the entry pass. Connor going to the basket. They had to get rid of the ball. The Udomo for three, and that's good. The defense collapsed. Connor found Udomo, and the three-pointer was good. Neal goes all the way in, kick out. Conley, ball fake, three is short, and that is how the first half ends. The three-pointer from Joshua Udomo gives Oklahoma Baptist a 28-27 lead as we go to halftime. OKVU 28, Ouachita 27. We'll take a break, hear from some of our sponsors, and have the Domino's halftime report after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Washita Baptist University. Halftime, Oklahoma Baptist 28, Washita 27. Chris Babb here, joined by Washita basketball alum Mitchell Bolding, class of 2000, 1999?
99.
2000, 99? We'll go 99?
Yeah.
That's right, we were 99.
That's right.
Mitchell, you have been able to keep up with this team. Obviously, when you get to our age and you have kids playing and going and doing, it's hard to come down, but every once in a while when you're able to come back to campus, it's fun to see this basketball team and the program with Coach Nutt. Last year was a fun season. Honestly, we weren't really sure what this year held. It's kind of the situation in college athletics, but this has been a fun team to watch up close, and especially defensively.
Yep.
And you were a scorer. You were a three-point scorer, a three-point shooter. And to me, to see a team that has a lot of new players come in and buy in together defensively has got to be pleasing for Coach Nutt.
Yeah, I mean, you watch us play. We do a really good job of helping. Ball pressure's great. At times they struggle to score a little bit in the half court, but they did a good job a few times in the first half of allowing their defense to become their offense and get in transition. And I think in the second half, that's what they're going to have to figure out how to do, because if they get in a half-court game, at times we struggle. Oklahoma Baptist is putting the 7'3" guy in there and clogging up the middle, makes it hard. So you got to figure out a way to allow your defense to become your offense at times.
Defensively, I saw Christian Parks. He's the defensive player of the week. He leads the conference in blocks, and he's our leading rebounder. I saw a couple of times where he felt like when Madrid was in there, he felt like he had to jump earlier and forced him to mistime his jump and allowed Madrid to get an offensive rebound. That's got to be a hard adjustment for someone to go up against someone where you're not used to playing someone who's 7'2".
I mean, size, you can't teach size, right?
No,
you can teach someone how to play big and play fast. Right. You cannot teach size, and he has that. What I would like to see us do in the half court when he is in the game, be a little bit more patient on the ball screen. There was a couple of times where we had the ball screen, we got a good switch, or he was late recovering, but we gave up the ball too fast. It'd be a little bit better when he's in there. There was one time we did it, they switched, they put Jackson, he was guarding Jackson. Well, we should have gotten the ball to Jackson so that he could have gone one-on-one. And that's just, you got to be a little bit patient. Let's do ball screen. Let's get him in a position where he's having to guard the ball, and I think we would come out on top in that most of the time.
You come back and watch some of these games, it brings back some memories. I remember a lot of games when you played. I also remember one of my favorite memories when we were after we graduated, went and broadcast an exhibition game at University of Kentucky. A team and that plays together, and the memories you have from college, a lot of those are from Ouachita basketball, and with your teammates that you still talk about or talk with and visit with. That's got to be a special thing, too, to have that bond with your teammates, your former teammates, and talk to them.
You know, it's funny. We've got some friends of ours that have a freshman here, along with my daughter. My daughter's a freshman. And
mine.
Yeah, that's right. We're getting older. Yeah. But we were talking about my freshman year when we played Henderson here, and we had an event that happened, right? They had 4 technical fouls in about 10-second span, but at halftime, there was a fight that happened, or a kerfuffle that happened up in the stands on the Henderson side, which our locker room is underneath that. And I can remember Coach Mike Reynolds was trying to do his halftime speech, and all we wanted to do was get out of the locker room and go up there and see what was going on, because you could hear everything in our locker room, and we didn't hear a word Coach Reynolds said after that all happened.
Obviously, I was a student too, and at that point, our sports information location was on this side where we are. So I think I was sitting in this exact same spot when you had a student run down and grab a basketball and kill a remote controlled car that had a tiger head on top of it that was owned by Guy Lyons. Guy was a student at Ouachita in the mass communications department. He was an older student. He was 28. Big Grizzly Adams looking guy, beard, always wore hiking boots, and he took off up those far stairs and got to about the third from the top row. And I think Coach Ronnie Kerr was the athletic director over there. And they got it stopped, but those are always the fun memories. And I bet I got to see it. You didn't get to see it.
No, we didn't get to see it. What we saw was we came back out, and I was telling a friend of mine's dad, I was telling him that we had Coach Eric Bozeman, and then Ryan Gore was the player at Henderson. Ryan did something, I can't remember. He got 1 tech, argued it, got a 2nd tech, and then Coach Bozeman then got 2 technicals. And then as they were leaving the floor, Ryan punched the Tiger.
Right.
And I was telling him that I had the ability. I think that game I had 34, but I scored 8 points from the free throw line on 4 technical fouls in the second half, and we ended up running away with that one. I think we won by like 25 that night.
Yeah, that, punching the Tiger in that corner over there. Chris Babb visiting with former Tiger Mitchell Boulding, and you mentioned that we're at the stage of life now where our kids are getting to have some of the same experiences that we have had as students. Not all of us were all conference and basketball players like you, but it's kind of that stage of life that we talked at the first part of the halftime of the women's game with Miss Donna Carrozza. She's a part of the women's alumni group that tries to get people to come back. And these programs need support. They need support from their alumni like you to come back, and it's easy to get detached and get caught up in the daily life. I lived in town for 8 years, worked at Arkadelphia High School, and I didn't find myself being able to come. And that's after I'd already worked here 10 years. It's just hard to keep up, but it's good when we're able to get people back.
Selfishly, Chris, I agree. Selfishly, I've got 2 more boys that are coming behind. I've got a junior at Benton that's a pretty good little player in his own right. Would I love to see him wearing the purple and gold of the Tigers at some point? Yes, I would. But it has been fun for me to stay attached and to bring my boys and my family to come participate. Coach Nutt's always great to my kids and great to me and my wife. But that's, we have talked about it before, how special this place is as a university to those alums that are here. Us that are former athletes, Coach Nutt's great. And it's great to see him have the success that he's had the last few years. I mean, this team is, as far as talent goes, from last year, we were uber talented. Right. You had, a whole bunch of seniors that could really play. This is a talented group, but it's a completely different talent. Right. They're going to get after it defensively. They're going to win games in the 50s, whereas last year we were trying to get to the mid-80s.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Well, Mitch, thanks for coming by to join us. And Mitchell Boulding, former Ouachita Tiger, one of the leaders on that offensive history charts for Ouachita basketball. Mitch, thanks for taking your time to join us.
You bet, Chris. Thanks.
All right. We'll be back with more of the Domino's Halftime Show after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up. We're
win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined here with Jordan Green next to me. It's been a fun one tonight, kind of a dogfight. Refs are letting them play. We've got a 28-27 ball game in favor of Oklahoma Baptist. Here at Bill Vining Arena, Jordan just talked to me just for a second what we've kind of seen out here tonight. I know I talked about the dogfight, the intensity. Good defense on both sides. Just kind of talk to me about what we've seen so far.
Yeah, like you said, it's a very even game. Terrific defense being played by both teams. But, my emphasis for this halftime show was just rebounds. You look at the rebounds, Oklahoma Baptist is controlling the boards with 21, with Eric Madrid having 8 in the first half with only 12 minutes being played. And then you look at Ouachita, 19 rebounds, and you see where the game is in favor of as of halftime. I think they're going to keep being aggressive. We saw Oklahoma Baptist go into a trap zone with, hedging the screens heavily throughout the rest of the half. And then we saw Ouachita disrupt them a little bit with their own zone defense and playing a full court trap. So this is going to be a game of defense. Don't expect the score to be too high. I think the score ends up being a very close game within the 60s. I mean, great defense being played by everyone, with Crew Flowers leading Ouachita Baptist with 11 points and OKB Udonamo. I think I'm saying his name right. I apologize if I'm not, but he's leading with 10 points. So, yeah, like you said, it's just a dogfight, and I think defense is the big thing. 6 turnovers from each team, 6 points off of turnovers from each team, and not many field goals being made. So, that just wraps everything up. So.
Yeah, I think Ouachita isn't able to get on their fast break opportunities that they've been wanting. It's going to be a dogfight coming down to the end. Been a defensive one so far. We're going to take a quick break at the end of this halftime. I'm Grant Johnson with Jordan Green next to me. Thank you for watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
ready to go here at Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita trails by 1. Hello. Hi, Mom. Tigers on defense starting the second half for Ouachita. P.J. Neal, Jackson Conley, Crew Flowers, Christian Parks, and Devin Hancock. Udomo gets Flowers up in the air, gets his put back. That was just all kinds of weird. That's going to be Ouachita's basketball. Yeah. Coach, head official Robert Burris was blocked. He couldn't see. He was running the other way. That ball did go off of Oklahoma Baptist, but that was a part where the officials both were in awkward positions for that play. Blake Thomas makes the call.
Could have phoned us over here. I think we had it good.
That's right, we did. Nice post defense from Jackson Green. Green, Joshua Udomo, Terry Connor Jr., Eric Madrid, and Seth Granberry get the start for Oklahoma Baptist. Conley tries to go right at Madrid. Tip in from Christian Parks.
Great possession by Ouachita. We saw them run a little alternative defense there. Now they're trapping up at the high wing, so we'll see how that plays out.
29-28. Ouachita regains the lead. Hancock guarding Connor. Flowers almost got a hand on that one. Ooh, they let Jackson Conley body up on that one. Madrid gets the basket to go.
And great job there for Madrid using his body as well. Creating a little bit of space, letting that pass come on in. Quick and easy too.
Parks will try to go right at Madrid, loses it into the hands of Jackson Green. Nice lefty turnaround hook shot, baby hook from Green.
OKB is building momentum right now, and Ouachita needs a score so they have a chance to fight back.
3-point lead for the Bison. Neal, Parks, blocked up top by Madrid, but they said they got him with the body. Yep.
Just really feels like Ouachita's not, playing their game. I know Ouachita likes to, play fast pace, get the transition going, and it's kind of tough whenever Oklahoma Baptist is making some good shots, and I feel like Ouachita can run them off the floor. I saw Madrid kind of huffing and puffing toward the end of that first half, and I'd say we're probably better conditioned as well, but it's hard to do that when Oklahoma Baptist keeps making tough buckets.
Christian Parks knocks down the first free throw. He has 4 points, now 5. Little 2-2-1 pressure from the Tigers initially. Connor Jr.
And it looks like they're falling back into man.
Connor Jr. gets by his defender. Christian Parks got the block. There's a traveling violation. Oklahoma Baptist thought the officials missed a goaltend on the other end. Coach. Travel is called on this end, and the Coach Nutt was upset because it was called by the official who was at half court.
Yeah, you can.
It did look funny. It did look from our angle, but I was blocked by some guys as well. Connor gets under Jackson Conley. A late whistle will send Terry Connor Jr. to the free throw line.
And on that travel call, it can be called as, an inch of movement off the pivot foot. Yeah. So.
And I almost thought he kind of got hit coming down. I think that's kind of why his pivot foot moved a little bit. And
it's like one of the refs wanted to call a foul, the other one called a travel from half court. So
Terry Connor Jr., the lefty, gets the free throw to go. He's got 8 points. Last week he scored 58 points in the 2 games Oklahoma Baptist played at home. Here comes Oklahoma Baptist with a little pressure after the missed free throw.
And they're giving them their own little full court press, man to man. Here comes
PJ Neal had a teammate on the end, but he just couldn't get the ball to him over the defense. Conley kicks out to Parks. What Madrid really does impact the middle of that. That goes without saying. Devin Hancock for three, right on line, just a little bit too strong. Ouachita not switching. Green, nice ball defense by Jackson Conley. Hancock had position on Udomo. Here goes PJ Neal all the way up. No good, but a foul is going to be called, and PJ Neal is going to the free throw line for the Tigers. Neal is 6'3" senior guard from Houston, Texas. Second year with the program. PJ Neal, 64% free throw shooter.
First set of free throws today as well.
Can't get that one to go. Rolled around the rim and fell out. Austin Connor and Kristen Hodge into the game for the Bison. Jose Waring replaces Madrid in the lineup. It's amazing how much smaller that lineup gets. Obviously when Madrid goes out, but Jackson Green as well. Green listed at 6'7", 215.
And I bet they're eager to put both of them back in.
Yeah, get them a breather and they'll be back in.
Yeah.
1 for 2 from the line for PJ Neal. Two of the top teams in the conference. Ouachita 8-0. Oklahoma Baptist 6-2. 10 on the shot clock. Udomo fouled and he'll go to the free throw line. Udomo got a step on the defender. Crew Flowers whistled for that one. Second foul on Flowers, and to the line is Joshua Udomo, averaging 14.4 points per game, 60.8% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game. That's his first free throw. Makes it a 3-point Bison lead.
You know, like Grant said in the halftime show, they're letting them play. It's a dogfight on both ends of the court playing defense.
Here comes the pressure from Oklahoma Baptist.
Full court trap.
Conley gets it into Neal. They use Conley as a swing man. Hancock, transition three. That was a little bit too flat. Christian Parks with the offensive rebound and good.
I think this is where they capitalize, breaking that trap and pushing it down the court. Like Grant said, they want to play fast. This is their opportunity to play fast.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that Oklahoma Baptist is flashing that full court press whenever Ouachita loves to play fast, kind of just feeding into their own game.
Trying to force the issue, force Ouachita into some shots. Connor Jr., the floater can't go. Ouachita with numbers, 4-on-1. Crew Flowers, layup no good. Hancock also blocked, but there's going to be a foul. Crew was trying to get the foul on the layup on transition. Thought he might have come under him, but the foul was not called. Media timeout at the under 16. Ouachita trails by 2. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Washita. It's not spelled W-A-S-H, but it's pronounced like it.
You know, believe it or not.
How's the first time you ever heard about it?
Washita.
Washita. All right, Jordan, this is your first week on campus.
First week, third day.
Third day.
I said from the jump, I said Wachita, but I have to correct my mom. We're from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
So she says Wichita, and every time I have to correct her, she just can't get out of it.
That's right. Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. Devin Hancock goes to the line. So, yeah, it's there's a reason the communications and marketing office made that commercial because no matter how many times you see it, a lot of people still mispronounce it. Devin Hancock gets Washita tied at 36 with Oklahoma Baptist. This is going to be a great one. The final 15 minutes, and that's what we expected. Madrid is back into the game after the breather. Connor hands to Connor, three-pointer, wow. That was in traffic. Terry Connor Jr. now has 12 points, and you don't want him to get hot.
Just whenever it felt like Washita kind of had the momentum back on their side, immediate timeout, and a good three-pointer there from Connor Jr.
But nice job by Austin Connor of flashing in Devin Hancock to keep him from being able to shoot that pull-up jumper.
You notice right after the media timeout, they put Madrid right back in the game.
Yep, they got him the breather that he wanted, that he needed, back into the game to see how he can affect. He's in there with Waring, though, now, too. First time they've been on the floor together, I believe, tonight.
Yeah, and usually you see offensive ran through those big men in the paint that can just get the ball and dominate, but they're running their defense through him, and I think that's just as dangerous.
Devin Hancock goes strong to the basket. And that foul is going to be on Austin Connor. Second foul on Austin Connor. And back to the line will be Devin Hancock. Down by 5 are the Tigers.
Correct me if I'm wrong, that's only the 4th missed free throw for the game, 13 for 17, but Oklahoma Baptist is 9 for 10. You know, free throws matter.
Yeah, these two teams, good free throw shooting teams. Hancock goes 1 for 2. He's 5 for 6 now on the night. 4-point lead for the Bison. Christian Parks tries to get a hand on that one.
And you see them playing aggressive defense on a fast break now.
Devin Hancock floater in the lane.
Flies through the lane.
Devin Hancock flies through the middle of the lane and gets the basket in transition to cut the lead to 2. Jackson Green back into the game for Oklahoma Baptist, along with Seth Granberry and Joshua Udomo. So first half, Washita had a lead. Oklahoma Baptist made a run to tie it with a different lineup in, so Coach Nutt goes back to the starters. Here in the second half, Oklahoma Baptist head coach Jason Aker doesn't want to wait that long and let the game get tied or Washita get handled, so he brings the big guns back in. Green fouled by Washita. Crew Flowers called for that one.
And that's Flowers' 3rd foul of the game.
3rd on Flowers, sends Green to the line. It's about time. Law of averages caught up to Oklahoma Baptist. Missed a free throw, only its 2nd miss of the night for Oklahoma Baptist. Gavin Snyder comes into the game for Washita, replacing Crew Flowers. Now, Gavin Snyder averaging 21 minutes, only averaging just under 4 points per game. But Grant, you and I have been here and seen a few games over these 3 years. There seems like there's a game when Gavin Snyder just kind of comes of his own and goes off and has some big baskets. The Tigers could use that tonight.
Yeah, definitely could. And also the defensive end. He just plays with a lot of intensity, kind of brings that intensity off the bench.
Backdoor pass, backdoor lob to Parks.
Oklahoma
didn't catch Madrid by surprise.
Oklahoma Baptist fell into a zone defense. It looked like a 3-2 or 2-2-1.
Zone defense was a little bit different look, trying to go backside with Parks. Oh my goodness gracious.
I think he kicked the ball.
Madrid gets the loose ball above the rim, grabs it and drops it down. You don't say that very often. Grabs it and then she drops it down. 5-point lead for Oklahoma Baptist.
Not only is he tall, but he has those long arms, just drop it in the bucket.
Long arms, good hands too.
Great hands.
He's a freshman last year, obviously, as a sophomore this year, and got some good minutes. His minutes have increased significantly. Christian Parks flies in. Offensive rebound, can't go. Knocked the ball loose from Jackson Green. And now we're quickly moving on in this one. Under 12 media timeout. Oklahoma Baptist leads now by 5. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Tigers come out of the break, trailing by 5. 11:48 remaining in the second half. You hear the tones of the Washita pep band under the direction of Austin Motley. Oklahoma Baptist shooting 37.5% from the field, 15 of 40. Washita only 11 of 37 from the field, 29.7%. Three-point field goal shooting has not really been good for either team. Washita 3 of 15 from beyond the arc. Oklahoma Baptist 4 of 12. Ironically enough, they're not shooting good from the field, but both teams are shooting great from the free throw line. Full court pressure from the Tigers, a little token pressure. They'll drop back into their man-to-man defense. Gavin Snyder now gets the assignment of guarding Terry Connor Jr. Madrid has come out of the game. Nice take in the middle of the lane by Udomo. The defense collapsed, or came to help. He found the backside Christian Hodge for the basket. 7-point lead, largest of the game for Oklahoma Baptist.
And if you've been watching, you can notice there hasn't been a lead over 10 points between either team. So
they're going to call that foul on the floor.
Yeah, it's the line, but I think they wanted a goaltend.
Well, now, wait a minute. One of the officials said it was on the side.
Well, I don't know the immediate rule, but I don't think it was in the cylinder.
Well, no, the foul was called out here. They're gonna come over and want to look at the foul. They're gonna want to take a look at the foul.
Right here.
They're gonna take a look and see where that foul was. And that's what they looked at. They're ready to go. They were checking to see who the foul was on. So that's what they wanted to come over and see who the foul was on the drive. And so it will be Washita's ball throwing it in. on the baseline. Wait, Ouachita inbounding the ball. The official pointed to the side, and now they're changing it to the baseline. That's P.J. Neal will trigger the inbounds pass. Hancock.
Oklahoma Baptist back in their man-to-man defense, but it looks like they're switching and, going back, finding their man.
Nice job by Connor of getting hands up and deflecting that pass out of bounds. 3 seconds on the shot clock, so the Tigers are going to have to get a good look, and get one up quickly. Gavin Snyder can't get that one to go. And Oklahoma Baptist has a chance to really extend this lead and make it 9 or 10. And Grant, in a game that is such a low-scoring game, a 9-point lead in a game like this is pretty significant.
Yeah, it really is. And then also not stopping on defense. Ouachita, like I said, loves to stop on defense and get it going fast break-wise.
Jackson Conley high off the glass, can't get it to go. Parks knocks that one out of bounds. It's going to go to Oklahoma Baptist. It's just kind of been one of those nights offensively for the Tigers. 11 of 39 from the field now.
That was a great try by Conley, don't get me wrong. That was a great try for a layup. Almost went in.
Ouachita normally averaging 75 points per game, kind of toward the middle of the pack in the GAC, but not even, really close with 10 minutes left.
Well, and you look at the other side of things, Ouachita's tops in the nation in defense, only allowing 58, 59 points per game. And right now, Oklahoma Baptist is on pace for definitely more than that. And so when you combine the two, that's not a good for Ouachita right now. They're going to have to get some things going offensively. Jaden Webb and Madrid with a big matchup down low, and a foul is going to be called on Jaden Webb. Ouachita wants a double foul.
As Oklahoma Baptist operates on offense, they're on a 7-0 run over the past 3.5 minutes.
Coach Nutt wanting the double foul, but the official says no, he started it. Stepped on the baseline on the double team from Crew Flowers and Jackson Conley. Kristen Hodge stepped on the baseline. Turnover will give the ball to the Tigers. Only the 8th turnover of the night committed by Oklahoma Baptist. Ouachita on the other with 9 of its own.
And Ouachita hasn't scored in about 4 minutes. Let's see if they can't get something going now, and they do.
You spoke it into existence, Devin Hancock. Here's Grant Johnson, and the three-pointer is one that the Tigers desperately needed. Got to follow that up with a stop.
And now you hear the gym believing. They're coming in. They're helping these Tigers.
No helping the Tigers on that one. Terry Connor Jr., the scorer, scores. And that was a floater in the lane, and traffic got it to go. Back to an 8-point lead for the Bison. Jaden Webb. Gavin Snyder, pull-up jumper, no good. Conley with the rebound, can't get the putback to go on the baseline. They just can't put back-to-back consecutive possessions together. Connor was trying to end the game with that one. He was trying to obviously end the game with 8:20 left. It's tough, but that's what happens when you have a basket. Probably not the shot that Coach Aker might have wanted, although Terry Connor is one who can hit it. It ends up in a transition layup and a basket for Ouachita, and Coach Aker is going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout that will stretch to a full, and we'll take it with them. Tigers trail by 6. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Oklahoma Baptist with the 6-point lead. Chris Babb, Grant Johnson, George Green here. Grant, you get the impression or the feeling that this is a defensive possession that the Tigers need to come up with a stop. Oklahoma Baptist can keep control of the game with the basket here.
Yeah, I think Ouachita, they can just keep putting together some stops. We saw that big stop right there with Crew Flowers with the bucket. He's got 13 tonight. I think we can keep getting stops and keep using fast break to our advantage. We can come back here.
There's Jackson Conley with a steal, up and under layup. Good from Jackson Conley. The freshman fought through. Yeah, he fought through the traffic to get the steal, stayed in bounds. And it's a 4-point game, and the crowd is into it.
Right on cue there, huh?
Right on cue. Madrid with the screen. Granberry lost it. Udomo, this will be a big three. That's off to the left. Rebound out of bounds. It'll go to Ouachita. Terry Connor Jr. asks for time down on the bottom of your screen. You see there, he needed to tie his shoe, and that will be the media timeout for the under 8. So, Tigers trying to get back in this one. I say get back in it, but make it a one-possession game and keep the momentum. 50 points for Oklahoma Baptist, 46 for the Tigers. Bison lead by 4. Back after this will be a fun one.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
4-point deficit for the Tigers. They have the ball out of the media timeout. Still the same 5. Devin Hancock, Jaden Webb, Crew Flowers, Gavin Snyder, Jackson Conley, Terry Connor Jr., Seth Granberry, Joshua Udomo, Jackson Green. 3-pointer on the way, no good, and that rebound is from the only other one I didn't name, Kristen Hodge. Tigers would have loved to have that basket. Didn't get it. Granberry for 3. That's a big 3. The transfer from UAM, they're going to want to review that one to look and see if he's on the line.
And a little miscommunication there on the screen with Snyder. See if they can't score out the half-court set here.
Back to a 7-point deficit or advantage for Oklahoma Baptist. Devin Hancock jumper no good. Gavin Snyder will be called for the foul on the rebound.
Starting to get crunch time now.
It is. We are 6.5 minutes, and this is a big possession. 3-possession game right now. 2 high screens. Snyder reaches through them.
Flowers playing aggressive defense, and it pays out for him. But
Drew Flowers tipped that one out of bounds. Coach Nutt trying to get him to look at it. Cruz said, no, Coach, I touched it. We can save it for something else. Granberry, another 3. Good. Wow. Huge three-pointer from Seth Granberry, and it's a 10-point lead for Oklahoma Baptist. You look back at this one, if it doesn't change, you go back to that shot right there. It could be one of the big plays of the game for the Bison.
And this is the first 10-point deficit of the entire game. Neither team has led by 10 points up to this point.
Drew Flowers has the ball knocked away, and they said he touched it last, so it'll go over to the Bison. P.J. Neal will check into the game for Ouachita to give Devin Hancock a quick breather. Gavin Snyder's going to pick Terry Connor Jr. up full court. Hodge was going to set a screen, but Connor sent him away. Loose ball and a foul called on Gavin Snyder. Five fouls called on each team. That's the 6th on Ouachita, so Oklahoma Baptist will be in the bonus the rest of the way. Udomo. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Conley with the rebound.
Great box out.
Good box out. He was the only Bison that could have had a chance at that offensive rebound. They were content to concede that one. Coming up on 5 minutes to go. Conley kicks out. Snyder 3. Good from Gavin Snyder. We got a technical foul on Jaden Webb.
Can't have that coming down the wire like this.
Yep.
Got to stay disciplined, got to stay in your game. Can't get lost in the fog of war.
A lot easier said than done, though, especially over here.
Yeah.
That is true.
So the three-pointer counts for Snyder. Jaden Webb whistled for the technical foul. And Terry Connor Jr. to the free throw line. He's not going to miss very often, especially tonight.
Every sport runs on high emotions.
That's right.
And we can forgive him for that one, you know?
Still comes at a big spot because that took it back to a 9-point lead. It's 2 free points for the Bison. And right when you'd gotten it to a two-possession game and had some momentum, now it's right back to 9. Well, close to a two-possession game. My math wasn't quite adding up there. 7-point game, now back to 9. You got it down to 7 with momentum. Now you gave them 2 points and they have the ball. Foul is on Jaden Webb. On Jaden Webb, that is his second or third. To the free throw line is Jackson Green. 77% free throw shooter on the season.
That is Webb's 4th foul.
I think from a momentum side.
I was looking at the wrong category. And I was like, yeah, that's not quite adding up right. Now you also look, Jackson Green will come out of the game and Madrid will come in if he makes this. So the way that the game has gone, that Ouachita's not been able to adjust to some of the adjustments that Madrid makes. Now you're down 11. He's coming back into the game with under 5 minutes to go. Tigers need a basket in the worst way. We're almost to the last media timeout of the game. Jackson Conley goes.
Good move.
Nice dish off to Christian Parks. Gets the basket, give the assist to Gavin Snyder.
That was fantastic ball movement by Snyder in the paint.
Floater doesn't go for Hodge. Parks with the rebound. Neal pushes. Right at the defender Waring. He draws the foul. And P.J. Neal go to the free throw line. But Grant, P.J. Neal's at a point now where these freebies have to be taken advantage of. You can't afford many misses at the free throw line.
Yeah, they definitely do. And Ouachita's just got to get back to, what they're best at, that transition offense. There it was right there. P.J. Neal now to the line, getting essentially a free two.
Good looking free throw from the lefty. Back into the game for Oklahoma Baptist, Seth Granberry and Jackson Green replacing the big guys in the lineup, Eric Madrid and Jose Waring. So they take out 6'7" and 7'2", and they put in a couple of guards. So the lineup is significantly shorter, but it's also guys who have been hot tonight. Granberry with 8, Connor Jr. with 16, and Udomo has 14.
And now with this lineup in, you see they're going to probably try and push the ball more down the court with all their speedy guys, and then they're going to, I'm assuming, to do a full court trap. It's 53-60, and that's a charge.
Foul called on Oklahoma Baptist. Coach Akers about to lose himself. Blake Thomas calls the offensive foul. That foul was called on Green. Media timeout. It's the last one of the night. The Tigers trail by 7. It'll be Ouachita basketball out of the timeout after this from our sponsors.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
They did come look at the three-pointer from a few minutes ago, and it did remain a 3.
It appears both teams seem to be in the bonus, so we'll see how fouls go.
Yeah, both teams are in the bonus. Ouachita's been whistled for 8 fouls, Oklahoma Baptist 7. So both in the bonus right now. Oklahoma Baptist a couple of fouls away from the double bonus. Oklahoma Baptist switching on those. Let's see if they switch on everything. That was just Connor Jr. Gavin Snyder has it knocked away by Udomo, controls it. Drew Flowers now into the hands of Neal. Help from the screen. Neal to
Great
Snyder.
pass to Snyder. Snyder pulls.
Too strong.
Off the back rim.
Too strong, and the rebound goes to Oklahoma Baptist. 3:18 remaining. You're in the area now where you almost can't afford many more points for Oklahoma Baptist if you are Ouachita. This is not who you want to have the ball in your hands if you're a Tiger. Connor Jr. with the floater on the baseline, and that was a big one. 9-point lead for Oklahoma Baptist. Connor now with 18 points, 5 of 13 from the field. Crew Flowers, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, and now Ouachita's going to have to play catch-up.
And around here, you think they're going to apply a little bit of pressure on defense, full court traps, man-to-man, half court traps, anything they can do to get a defensive advantage and come back.
Connor takes advantage of that lane, open lane to the basket. Now he has 20. PJ Neal floats, can't get it. Offensive rebound, it's blocked. Parks saves it. Crew Flowers for three. And a quick timeout from Coach Nutt. Guys, you reach a point in a game where you have zero margin of error, meaning that you have only a certain amount of time left, and you cannot afford many things to not go your way, and that's where the Tigers are now. Grant, talk about that three. That was a big three to keep it at a three-possession game with 2:16 left.
Yeah, Ouachita hasn't done a just tremendous job from three-point land, only shooting 26%. But Flowers now with 16 points, and there it is, just right through the bottom of the net. Maybe that'll get a little spark going for Ouachita. Got to play some defense behind it, though.
Terry Connor Jr. has 20 points to lead the way. He's had the last four that have come at big moments for the Bison. You have to expect that the ball will not be out of the hands of Terry Connor Jr. for very long. Ouachita will put together a 1-2-1-1 press. Jackson Conley will inbound or loosely guard the ball and look for the trap.
And here's this trap we were talking about before the timeout.
The turnover.
That's a turnover.
They trapped Crew Flowers, and Jackson Conley trapped Connor Jr. on the baseline. When he went down, back touched the baseline, and the official was on top of it. And
fantastic.
Gives the ball to Ouachita. Jackson Conley challenged. Offensive rebound. This is Neal. Spins on Udomo, can't get it to go. And PJ Neal will go to the free throw line. Joshua Udomo called for the foul. And Grant here, PJ Neal is able to hit these two free throws. Then you're back to a two-possession game with 2 minutes, and it kind of changes the complexion of the game.
A lot more manageable for sure, and a little bit more pressure for Oklahoma Baptist as far as scoring-wise. They've been on a little bit of a scoring drought here recently.
Neal gets the first one to go. Waring replaces Kristen Hodge. Miss from Neal, and Granberry gets the free throw, gets the rebound.
Under 2 minutes, and you see them fall out of that trap, and they're just going to play tough man-to-man defense here, hoping for some turnovers, a steal, something that'll help them.
Hoping for a missed shot and only one opportunity. Coach Aker called a timeout before that three-pointer was released. It went in, so it'll be Oklahoma Baptist basketball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. 30-second timeout, so we will stay here. The Ouachita coaches are wanting the referees to look at a possible elbow on the other end, and it looks like they are going to come look for it.
A little bit of a bad timing to call that timeout there for Oklahoma Baptist.
Officials are looking on the previous possession. They're going to want to go back to the previous Oklahoma Baptist possession that happened just before this, so to see if they have any unobserved contact. The Ouachita coaching staff asked for it, and the officials are coming over to look at it. All three of them are over here. It was when Jackson Conley went to the floor, and so that's what they're looking at. You're not seeing it on your screen, but the three officials are looking over at on the monitor to try to see if there's anything there on unobserved contact. Jackson Conley is the one that went down. The Ouachita coaching staff asked them to look at it. They have looked at it.
I don't even know what you could do if the foul was called for Conley.
If you saw it, you could whistle make a call later. They would just
rewind the time
go
and
back
everything.
Well, no, you wouldn't rewind the time. You just go point of interruption, I believe, a free throw, and then it would go back to being the ball. Almost a 5-second violation. Minute and a half to go. 7-point game. Connor trying to hit the dagger, no good. Rebound Hancock on the run.
And they're pushing
P.J. Neal, layup good. P.J. Neal back to two-possession game. Not much time left. Tigers cannot allow a score here. Connor Jr. trying to get around Neal. Turnover, and the ball will go to Ouachita. Connor Jr. thought Kristen Hodge was staying at the soft spot on the right, but Hodge went back out to the baseline, the three-point line. Here we go. Neal, Conley, Hancock, baseline, up and under layup, no good. Loose ball, alternating possession will stay with Ouachita.
And now you're starting to see that aggressive defense that they played at the end of the first half.
101. Press row's going to have to strap the seatbelts on, because if Ouachita scores here, we're in for a fantastic finish. 15 on the shot clock. Crew Flowers, up and under layup. Good for Crew Flowers. Timeout, Ouachita. It's a one-possession game. Oklahoma Baptist 64, Ouachita 61. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
51.4 seconds remaining. Oklahoma Baptist 64, Ouachita 61. The Tigers are on an 8-0 run over the last 136. We mentioned a couple of minutes ago the Tigers had reached that point where the margin of error is 0. Connor Jr. 2 screens from Madrid. Connor Jr., you don't expect the ball to come out of his hands. He stepped on the baseline. Turnover, Oklahoma Baptist, and the Tigers will have a chance to tie the game.
64-61, just I want to say 3 minutes ago it was a 10-point game. And
no doubt.
You could really see the intense buildup between these two teams, and like I said, it was going to be a close game.
And now what do you do offensively? I mean, I think you just take the 2, right? You don't force the 3.
You don't have to, but you'll take it if it's a good look.
I think you drive to the paint and try and draw a foul.
Oklahoma Baptist is definitely not sagging back on the defense. P.J. Neal, kick out. Pass. Hancock, pull-up jumper, good. 1-point game, 64-63. Now you got a foul. There's the foul.
And they might look at a flagrant for that one. It does look like he pushed a little bit.
I think
Hancock kind of just tripped.
I hope not.
Yeah, be ready to review, but the official was right by it, and he didn't signal. Now we'll talk about, and we'll see if they want to talk about it. Coach Akers going to want to review, and Blake Thomas just told Robert Burris that we're going to take a look at it. So it's a big call. This is a big call, so we'll see if it is indeed. So we'll take a couple of looks at this to see if there is enough for anything other than just a common foul.
Aduma will be the one at the line.
You'll be able to see. You'll be able to see on the right side what the officials are looking at. They're looking at what you're seeing on the right. It's going to be just out of the screen, but it kind of goes out of the screen. So he said, I'm good. I think we're just going to end up having a common foul.
That's what I think.
Not 100% sure.
Yeah, watching the replay back with the officials, you see he kind of loses his footing a little bit. So
Aduma is a 60% free throw shooter. And
they might upgrade this.
Think so.
1 point game, 12 seconds, about 12 seconds.
Oh, wow. They are going to upgrade it to a flagrant one.
They are. They are upgrading that to an F1. And Udomo's going to the free throw line.
He's perfect so far. He's shooting 60% on the season. I'm not a statistics guy here, but bound to miss one, huh?
Well, not that one. Now, this makes it a 3-point game with 11.8 seconds remaining. They're going to have to foul again and hope Oklahoma Baptist does not make another free throw. Timeout, Oklahoma Baptist. 65-63. It'll be Oklahoma Baptist ball. Coach Akers asking Robert Burris where the ball will be inbound. It'll be inbound on the baseline. Guys, we'll just keep it here during this one. 11.8 seconds. Let's take a look at the situation. Oklahoma Baptist will be in the double bonus if Ouachita fouls. The Tigers are going to have to try to steal the inbounds pass. If you don't, you got to have a quick foul, and then you got to hope Oklahoma Baptist doesn't hit both of its free throws.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they miss one of them, you're still within range. You're going to probably have to chunk a three-point shot. Be a lot better if you get a steal, and Ouachita is just, obviously a lot better on that fast break, so feel pretty confident if they can get a steal on their fast break chance.
On the floor for the Tigers, the starting five. The ones who started it will finish it. Waring will trigger the inbounds pass. Christian Parks playing at half court. I think trying to bait the ball. There's the inbounds pass. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to go off of Ouachita to Oklahoma Baptist. 8.9. That wasn't the smoothest inbounds play. Almost dragged his pivot foot. There's a steal. Crew Flowers throws it, and it's almost, boy, that's a tough break. The Tigers got the steal they needed. Crew Flowers was flying out of bounds. He threw it almost into the hands of a teammate, but it went to half court into the hands of Kristen Hodge. So Hodge goes to the free throw line. On the season, 9 of 20 from the free throw line. Has not been there very often. 45% free throw shooter. They bring Madrid in for size. 1-1, he missed the free throw. Timeout, Washita. 2.7. They're going to want to look and review to see if they need to put time on the clock. They're going to come over and look at the clock to see how much time needs to be on the clock. So they're going to want to have the clock up there in the top left of the screen. So 2.7 as of right now.
If you're Coach Nutt, who do you want to give the ball to here?
Whoever's open and pretty quick. Right? That's
a good answer.
Yeah, let's take a look at the leading scorers. You've got a lot of weapons from outside. Hancock has 17. Conley has 7. Flowers has 18. We're still taking a look to see how much time should be on the clock. You're not seeing the replay on there now. So 4.3, that's big, guys. Coach Nutt was right. 4.3, Jackson Conley understood that. He said 4 seconds, yes, so 4.3 seconds. .3 on the clock. Jackson Conley will trigger the inbounds pass. There are a couple of buzzer beaters, and you know Madrid's going to inbounds the, yeah, he traveled. He traveled with the ball.
He couldn't run the baseline. He thought he could.
Couldn't run the baseline, and he ran too many steps across. I mean, laterally.
Mistake. Yeah.
Laterally.
Dead balls.
That's why you put a 7-2 player on the ball, and it would work there. So now, this is definitely not who Washita wanted to go to the line. Now, they're going to keep 4.1. Coach Aker is saying more time should have come off the clock. Connor Jr. knocks the first one down. He can all but secure it with one here. They're going to put Madrid down there to try to get a tip if you have a miss or to pressure the inbounds, but not sure why you need it there. Second free throw, good. 4-point lead for the Bison with 4.1 left. Here's Madrid. Crew Flowers at the buzzer, no, and that is the final score. Oklahoma Baptist 67, Washita 63. The Tigers dropped their first conference game of the season. And guys, you take a look at some of the numbers. Oklahoma Baptist 22 of 53 from the field, 41.5%. Oklahoma Baptist also 6 of 17 from three-point range, 35.3%, 17 of 22 from the free throw line, 77.3%. Washita 20 of 57 from the field, 35.1%. The Tigers struggle from three-point range, fellas, 6 of 23 for 26.1%, and free throw line 17 of 22 for 77.3%. Individual leaders for Oklahoma Baptist, Terry Connor Jr., 22 points, led the way for Oklahoma Baptist in points. Eric Madrid had 11 rebounds to lead the way for the Bison, and Terry Connor Jr. also the team leader in assists with 3. For the Washita Tigers, Crew Flowers 18 points to lead the way. Christian Parks led the way with 9 rebounds, and PJ Neal with 3 assists. Coach Dennis Nutt will come out and join us in a little bit. Grant, you take a look at this one. The Tigers had their chances late, but they just put themselves in too big of a hole early.
Yeah, they did, and I think that had a lot to do with really not playing their game. I mean, they really like to play that fast pace, that fast style, and with Oklahoma Baptist doing a great job of getting back on defense after a missed shot, it was really hard and difficult for them to really just get a groove and get going on the offensive side. And they obviously couldn't really shoot it from beyond the arc. I think Madrid being inside kind of that presence inside, it's a little bit tougher to score inside, and that's what Ouachita is best at, is obviously fast breaks and then scoring inside. They're not known for being the best three-point shooting team in the conference or anything, but I think that Madrid presence also had a little bit of a factor. And so, yeah, it just felt like they couldn't get anything really going on the offensive end all night.
Rebounding battle ended up being pretty even. Ouachita ends up winning the rebounding battle 37-36. I never would have thought that. Too many offensive rebounds for both teams. 15 offensive rebounds for Ouachita, 12 offensive boards for Oklahoma Baptist. And the turnover battle, Ouachita with 11 turnovers, Oklahoma Baptist with 13. And just too big of a hole. You know, we talked about it a couple of minutes ago. Coach Dennis Nutt is going to make his way over to the desk for us to talk. And so we'll kind of go over a few more statistics before Coach Nutt comes over and joins us. Devin Hancock, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 7 from three-point range in 33 minutes. Leading rebounder was Parks, and Conley both had 9 rebounds for Ouachita. Conley had 5 on the offensive end and 4 on the defensive end. Parks was just the opposite, 4 on the offensive end, 5 on the defensive end of the floor for Parks. Joined by Ouachita head coach Dennis Nutt. And Coach, we talked about there, you just kind of got too big of a hole, made a run there at the end, but just too big of a hole against a good team that we talked about in the pregame show.
Yeah, they cut us a little bit with some plays there, and they were moving faster than we were second half, I thought. And I told our guys one of the timeouts that, you know, they played with more energy. And that one little run they had to give them a 10 or 12-point lead, you know, that's pretty big at home. And they did a good job controlling the ball. We had a nice run, but didn't finish the game like we wanted to. But, hey, it's part of it. Let's go get another 8-game win streak.
That's the thing about it. It's a 22-game conference schedule, and it is one loss. But you got 48 hours, and we'll be right back here, less than 48 hours, to try to get that taste out of your mouth and get back on the floor against Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, you got to learn from it. You know, we just wasn't dialed in second half defensively like we need to be. But, you know, they shot 41 for the game. But, again, they had a lot of layups. A couple open shots, and kind of lost her way a little bit defensively. But, hey, got to get it back. Like you said, less than 48 hours, we're going to play it again. So we're okay. Got to learn from it and move on.
Quick turnaround. What do you expect to see from Southern Nazarene Saturday?
They're a good team. You know, they're probably better than this one. They got some veteran guys that are with them, and pretty good big guy inside. And so they'll pose some problems. We got to kind of get back locked in a little bit. Thought we got a little bit loose. And this is the top tier of the league. You know, you can't have little lapses, you know, and give them a lead and expect to come back. It's a tough league, and we got to learn from it.
I heard you in your walkthrough today talking about 55, about Madrid, the big the 7'3" kid, and I think a couple of times it looked like his presence kind of affected. Maybe there was one time Christian went up for a defensive rebound where he jumped early trying to get over and just kind of mistimed it. That's a hard adjustment to make as well.
It is. You can't miss with him behind you, you know, and he plants himself in there and he doesn't move, and he put those arms up and he's right there at the rim. So, you know, next time we'll regroup on that one and do a little bit better job defensively. But it wasn't just him. It was the whole setup for us, and missed a lot of assignments, and that's not typical of what we do. But, hey, part of it, man, you got to move on.
That's right. We'll move on in 2 days. We'll be back here Saturday against Southern Nazarene. Coach Nutt,
Chris,
thanks for coming by and joining us.
I appreciate it.
We'll be back with Coach Nutt on Saturday. That'll wrap it up from here. The Tigers lose 67-63, the first loss of the conference season for the Ouachita Tigers. They fall to 12-3 overall, 8-1 in conference play. Oklahoma Baptist improves to 13-2 overall, 7-2 in conference play. I want to thank all of the students who worked tonight. There's a big crew of them, 10 or 11 of our OSDN students who I'm the only old person in this crew. And so thanks to the students for their hard work tonight in this doubleheader. The Tigers win the women's game over Oklahoma Baptist, and Oklahoma Baptist wins the men's game 67-63. We'll be back on the air Saturday. The women tip off at 1 p.m. The men around 3:15, usually 3 to 3:15. We invite you to join us on the air at osdn.live. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.